Hi, it's Michael Lavin here from Expat Wealth Advice. I'm going to answer the question, how is Spanish succession tax calculated? And when I'm talking about Spanish succession tax, in English terminology, I'm talking about inheritance tax. Okay, well, Spanish succession tax is incredibly complicated to calculate. So what I'm going to do with this video is I'm really going to try and summarize things and give you a concise overview so you understand the basic principles of how the tax is calculated. Okay, so as I said, this is quite complicated, so please bear with me. So I'm going to run through 3 or 4 points now, which will give you the basic understanding of how this all works. So the first thing you need to understand is whether Spanish succession tax is due at all. And I made a separate video which specifically covers this topic, so that's well worth watching after this video. But assuming that the tax is due, then the first thing to look at is what allowances apply before the tax rates kick in. So the allowances are relatively small, but spouses and children have an allowance of €15,957 at the time of recording this video before tax is applied. And any other beneficiaries, if they are close relatives, will receive an allowance of €7,993, and there are no allowances for anyone else. And these allowances, they apply not based on the estate, but they apply to each individual beneficiary or recipient. There is also a 95% allowance against the main property. So there are, though, a few caveats which it's really important that you understand about that. So the first one is that it's capped at a maximum of €122,606 per inheritor. So not per property, but per beneficiary. Also, it only applies when the beneficiary is either a spouse or a child. And a big condition of this is that the beneficiary must retain the property for a full 10 years. So as you can see, that's quite an attractive perk of the tax system in Spain, but there are quite a few terms and conditions that do come with that. Okay, so in terms of the tax rates themselves, the tax rates are on a tiered progressive basis. So the more money that you pass on, the higher the tax rate, the tax rates that will apply. So the tax rates start at 7.65% and they go up to 34%. But that's not the end of the story. So 2 other things you must be aware of. First of all, there are also multipliers which can apply to that tax rate. And the multiplier is determined by the relationship of the beneficiary to you and also the beneficiary's net worth. In the worst case scenario, the tax rate, the effective tax rate after the multiplier can go as high as 82%. However, the good news is that potentially, depending on whereabouts you live in Spain, you may be able to benefit from some more beneficial rules, particularly when passing money on to spouse and children. And as you probably know, in Spain you've got 2 things. So you've got state taxes, but then you've also got the autonomous regions having a lot of say in terms of how they choose to tax their residents. And it could be some of the regions do apply more beneficial tax rules, as I say, especially around passing money on to spouses and children. So you need to check on the rules in your particular community to really get a true picture of what potential tax liability you may face. Now, I appreciate there was quite a lot of information there. I really have tried to simplify that as much as possible because this is a really in-depth topic where it's probably well worth getting some professional advice if you are concerned at all about your own position when it comes to Spanish succession tax. I hope you've enjoyed the video and hope to see you again soon. Hi, I'd just quickly like to tell you about some really good free resources I think you'll find incredibly useful. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is our free report, and this has been written especially for UK expats living in Spain. It'll also be really useful for anyone who's thinking about moving to Spain as well. And the report explains precisely how you may be able to take advantage of tax exemptions to save up to 23% tax on your savings and investments as a UK expat living in Spain. So if you're watching this video right now on YouTube, you can click on the link on this video, or if that doesn't work, head across to expatwealthadvice.com. If you're already on the website, if you can't see the link on the page that you're on right now, then go across to our homepage and the link should be really clear. Okay, so the other thing is mentioning the website. I say if you're not already on the website right now watching the video, head across to our website. There's some really good free information. So lots of articles and videos and other good stuff on there providing need-to-know information for UK expats living in Spain or thinking about moving to Spain. And the thing is, expat finance can be really confusing because what you've got to do is you've got to take into account both UK laws and taxation and also the laws of taxation of Spain too. And what we do is we seek to simplify that and provide you with useful how-to information. As an extension of that, we do provide independent one-to-one financial advice. If you're interested in speaking to me personally about your circumstances, right now I am offering informal one-to-one phone calls which you can book right now. Now I might not be offering this forever because it does take up quite a bit of my time, but I say right now you can speak to me free of charge for about 20 minutes on the phone. We go through your circumstances and I can try and help you with any questions or any areas that you're not clear about. To do that, there should be an orange button on this video right now which says book a phone call, so you can click on that. Or if you're on our website, on the top right of each page, there's an orange button which allows you to book a phone call straight into my diary. Okay, and last but not least, please subscribe to our YouTube channel using the red button on this video right now. What that means is that every time you log into YouTube, you'll get our new videos and updates so you can stay up to date with what we are putting out there in terms of expat information. So please remember, these videos are just for information only, and as a simple rule, I'd always suggest if you're going to make any decision, which if you could get it wrong will be costly for you, then always seek independent professional advice to make sure that you do make the best decision. Great, I hope you found this useful and that you'll be able to take advantage of some of the free resources that I've just spoken about.